Liv, and we're your PsycKicks. It was my own hair just trying to ensnare me in its golden evil. Today, we're gonna be doing Earth's Chakras Part 2! Because there's 8 of them, and I got 2 more for you, because there's lots of stories that go with them. And I don't think I'm gonna be as sarcastically obnoxious as I was last time, which is either good or bad, depending on how you liked the first one or didn't. So, you know. Last week we covered Mount Shasta, which is the Earth Chakra for the Sacral Chakra of the universe! No, just of the world, of our world. But now I have the Sacral Chakra, which is Lake Titicaca, which I'm gonna try to stay with a straight face, because I'm also immature. And we also have the 3rd chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra, which is called Uluru, which is in Australia. So we have a water chakra that's like a giant mass of water. And then we have a fire chakra that is not a volcano, which I was very surprised about because the solar plexus deals with fire. Fire! Am I boring you?
No.
Okay, good.
I just don't know what we're talking about yet.
We're talking about the Earth's chakras.
Yeah.
Because not everybody, a lot of people believe that the Earth, just like you, has chakras. And there's 8 of them. Em and I think there's 9 chakras for the human body of the main chakras. But everyone else here in Norte America thinks that there's only 8. And then a lot of people around the rest of the world.
I believe there's 7.
I thought it was... Hang on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We believe there's 8, just so you get their numbers right.
You're right!
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's 7 colors in the rainbow.
I needed someone to rein me in. Oh, is that why they do that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because each one is a different color of the rainbow.
Except for the 8th one, which we think is like...
Which is transparent.
Yeah. Which is
why there's 7.
I mean, it makes the most sense though, because all the colors in the rainbow are the white color, which is transparent, so.
Actually, all the colors in the rainbow make white.
Yeah.
Transparent is different.
But you use a prism to see all the colors of the rainbow, and that's transparent. That's what I think about.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, brains! Thank you for reining me in. Anyways, so the sacral chakra deals with, it's linked to water, which is interesting. And this Earth chakra of Lake Titicaca is water. It is actually the 18th largest lake in the world, and a freshwater lake that the Inca civilizations like centered their entire world around, basically. Mm-hmm. And their one island, which sits in the middle of it, was where I guess all the magic happened. So it's a fun time. It's the only chakra that kind of is like related to its own thing a little bit, I would say. Because...
What do you mean? You mean the chakra ideas are related to the lake?
Yeah, because this chakra is related to water.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Okay.
Alright, so Lake Titicaca borders both Peru and Bolivia, and it is the largest lake in South America, the 18th largest lake in the world, as well as the highest. So it sits above, in an elevation standpoint, above all the other lakes. So what if, because you like to talk about chakras, how they're pools, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you just dug giant holes into the side of Lake Titicaca, would it just flow into the rest of the 8 chakras of the world?
Well, the chakras aren't just water.
But you say all the chakras flow into one another. I'm trying to make it funny.
Because it's energetically doing that.
She's not going along with my funny.
Yeah, because I'm autistic, so you're saying it wrong.
No, you know jokes. You can get jokes. Lake Titicaca is central to Incan mythology as the place where the creator god, I think it's Viracocha or Viracacha, emerged from the water. And it is the island in the middle called Isa del Sol that was home to the beginning of the Incas, or Incans, depending on what you want to say. So it is the clear and calm waters that were the cradle and the beginning of the Incan civilization, which is really cool. So it is said that the freshwater lake's calm waters exhibit both masculine and feminine energy, which are representative of the sacral chakra's connection to both emotion, sexuality, and creativity. So not both, all three of them. So I wanted to talk about, because Lake Titicaca is said to be, or dubbed, the sacral chakra of the earth, I wanted to talk about reasons on why it could be that. So first of all, sacral chakra is linked to water, and this is a giant body of water. People talk about reaching their higher self, and it is the largest lake that is the highest elevation. So maybe that has something to do with like symbolically representing the waters of your higher self. I really went digging into this.
Well, it's probably because when people climb mountains, they feel some sort of way after doing so. Like they feel like they're going through some sort of spiritual awakening, or they gain perspective.
Because they went to the top of the mountain and buried the salmon, and now they can't breathe, so they feel dizzy. Sorry, that's from our last video.
I guess.
But I wanted to specifically talk about the Incan creation story of Lake Titicaca. So, the history of the creation in some cities in Peru is sometimes based on the Incan mythological legends. One of the best known is the myth of the origin of Lake Titicaca, whose main character are the inhabitants of, I think it's Puno. So, according to the legend, before Lake Titicaca, this place was a fertile valley. Its citizens were happy with what the gods gave them, light and rain for the crops and land to get food. So the Incan inhabitants of this valley did not need anything else. The Apus, or the gods of the mountains, protected them as they did not know any negative feelings like hatred or ambition. Although I don't think ambition is a negative feeling, but that's just my own different non-religious idea. Anyways. So the Apus, or the gods of the mountains, gave absolute freedom to the citizens of the valley, but with one exception. They were forbidden to climb to the top of one of the mountains, since there was a bonfire there with a sacred fire which burned from within. That was my own eclectic adding, but...
So is it there actually? Or are you telling a story about it?
I'm telling the story about it.
So, okay.
What?
Do they think it's like a volcano or something?
It might have been a volcano. It makes a lot of sense for it to be.
Like that's why there's smoke or something?
Coming off the top of it?
Yeah.
Probably. So, in this way, humans lived for many years without any problems and in absolute peace, but an evil spirit lived in the area, forbidden to men, and they were totally jealous of the people that were living in such absolute happiness. So, therefore, this evil spirit, he did everything in his power to get the people to disobey their gods, their Apus, and follow the path of curiosity, because curiosity is also bad. With the wiles of the evil spirits, the humans felt tempted as never before to climb the mountain and discover the secrets that awaited them, and thus demonstrate their courage. However, the Apus were furious at the attitude of their citizens, stopping them halfway up the mountain without being able to escape. The Apu sent hundreds of thousands of pumas, and these animals devoured the people who disobeyed their gods. Seeing this terrible image, one of the bigger gods, Inti, who is the god of the sun, shuddered and began to cry to such an extent the valley in which these people lived was completely flooded with their tears.
Inti's a Pokemon.
Is it?
I think so.
Are they a water Pokemon or a sun Pokemon?
I think they're a sun Pokemon. They're a legendary Pokemon. They're a cat thing.
Is that the one that looks like a lion?
I think so.
That's cool. So, Inti, the god of the sun, was so upset that the Apus ate all of the humans. Or I guess they didn't eat them, but they sent the Pumas to eat them because they went
lions.
to... The Pumas!
Mountain lions.
Roxy's gonna be a Puma. Anyways. This way, the population of people was exterminated, except for one man and one woman who were in a reed boat, and they managed to save themselves and contemplate everything that happened. Their fertile valley was now a huge lake, and the pumas that had been sent by the gods had turned into rocks. According to this legend, According to this legend, that was the moment that Titicaca was created, and now this place is worldwide known for its incredible islands and for being the highest it's like the most navigable lake in the entire world because there's nothing there that seems to want to kill anybody.
What does that mean?
So you know how we talked about like Pyramid Lake the other day?
Because it has a drop in the lake?
People just seem to die all the time.
Because there's a big drop in the middle of the lake.
Lake Titicaca is the exact opposite of that. Everyone's happy. No one dies there.
There's no 350-foot drops in the middle of the lake.
There's no waves.
Randomly.
There's no tsunamis, no typhoons. It's just peaceful, just like the people that used to live there.
Is it because there's less people up there because it's in a mountain? It's harder to get to.
I think it's because
it's a chakra.
What is it?
I don't know.
Intu? What was their name?
Inti's the sun god.
Yeah, I think it's because Inti wanted all of the people that got eaten by the pumas. Their calm nature is what built the foundation of the Lake Titicaca.
But didn't you just say a whole bunch of people died from mountain lions?
Yeah. But it used to be a very nice, peaceful place, according to the Apus.
Before that?
Yeah.
So it's not anymore?
No, it is. It's their essence. The Sacral Chakra is related to water, and it's also about creativity, sexuality, and emotions. So if Inti decided to become emotional and cry outside of their eye holes or wherever and fill up the lake, that can be linked to emotions.
Well, yeah, water is generally linked to emotions because it's also can change based upon the like ecological factors. So that's why like Darrow uses water as an emotion.
Yeah. So I assume that's why people of the world have chosen Lake Titicaca as the sacral chakra.
Yeah.
Because the people of the mountains decided to become creative and try to live outside the bounds of the Apu. And they were like, maybe you shouldn't. Because it's all about balance, right? So maybe it actually wasn't balanced until Inti just filled it up with water. So let us know in the comments below if you think Lake Titicaca should be the Earth's sacral chakra, or if you have any really fun stories about it. I'm excited to know more things because I am not Incan at all.
Well, I feel like the sacral chakra is inside the earth. So.
Yeah, we talked about this in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
How we think it's silly that they're on the outside of the earth, but
ours are on the inside.
So you would think the earths are on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is your solar plexus. I'm really bad at talking, sorry.
Your belly button chakra. But I guess that we're gonna find out where the Earth's belly button is.
I think you need to insert the guy from My Hero Academia that's like, aha! And just like shoots himself backwards from his belly button.
Well, we'll see.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, sometimes My Hero, it's hard to find things.
Well, I just did a really good representation. Just shoot a laser out of my belly button.
That will be easier.
You could do like a kitty cat that's trying to get like the laser. Just do that too. That would be also really easy.
Tell me about the belly button of the Earth.
So it is Uluru, which is found in Australia. For all of our Australian PsycKicks, we see you and we love you.
So what is it?
So solar plexus deals with confidence and self-esteem, and it allows you to process the water of your emotions from your sacral chakra. A healthy solar plexus chakra will help you to feel strong and in personal power, have a sense of knowing, and a good sense of belonging. It's actually this giant rock. It's not just a rock.
Oh, then why did you emphasize water?
It's a boulder!
So that's its belly button, it's an outie.
It is an outie. Well, no, because the sacral chakra is water and this one is not.
Yeah, you just emphasized water, so I was like,
Because
is it a lake?
We just got done talking about it. It would make more sense if it was a volcano, but it's not. It's an outie. I like the belly button one. That makes a lot of sense.
It's the navel chakra or the belly button chakra.
I had an Audi when I was little. I no
Does
longer
that
have
say
one.
anything about your chakra that's there?
Well, it got sucked in.
I don't know what that means.
I don't have an Audi anymore. I just did for a little bit.
So your solar plexus chakra isn't as overactive anymore?
I guess so.
Chris, disgusting. I don't like belly buttons.
Yeah, there's a lot of gunk that lives in there. Anyways. Uluru is a World Heritage Site said to have great energy and is re-energizing, enough to aid people in reaching their higher selves. I saw that in one of the places that said, visit the third chakra of the earth. It was one of those websites, so Uluru, also the solar plexus chakra of the world, is famous for changing color depending on how the sun illuminates the rock. The spectacle makes the boulder's color shades.
So is it black?
Mm-mm.
Then what color is it?
It's really orange.
Oh, then I don't know. Is it just different shades of orange?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
The boulder colors itself shades of ochre, bronze, red, yellow, and like burning fire. The fire and the sun are the symbol of the third chakra.
That's why it's the third chakra?
I thought it was because it was an Audi.
Because doesn't the third chakra deal with fire or something?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Looks like a fire rock.
So the third chakra symbolizes fire or the sun, also known as the Manipura chakra, which allows us to digest and absorb our emotions from Lake Titicaca. Uluru is a place that has special importance in Aboriginal culture and spirituality. So the importance of Uluru in Aboriginal culture is that this natural landmark is thought to have been formed by ancestral beings during a time called the Dreaming. According to the local Aboriginal people, Uluru's numerous caves and fissures were all formed due to ancestral beings' actions during the Dreaming. Still today, ceremonies are held in the sacred caves lining the base. The term dreaming refers to the time when the land and the people were created by ancestor spirits. They created the rivers, hills, rocks, and more, forming everything in the natural world. The ancestors also made particular sites to express to the Aboriginal people which places were to be sacred. I think it's called the Anangu people's dreaming story of how Uluru formed revolves around 10 ancestral beings. Each region of Uluru has been formed by different ancestral spirits. On the southern side of Uluru, the rock structure was due to a war between the poisonous and carpet snakes. The northwest side was created by Mala, the hair wallaby people. Another area was formed by the, I think it's Titicaca of Kunya and the sand python, who left her eggs a short distance away and danced across.
So this is future editing M. The rest of this video clip got corrupted. So let's try this again. The sand python, who left her eggs at a short distance away, was dancing across the rock. So the science of this said structure is said to have formed 500 million years ago, first beginning in water, when the entire region was underwater. So at this time, the Earth's plates were shifting, with two fans, one made of sand and the other conglomerate rock, continually pressing against each other in friction. Soon, the pressure burst and the two fans formed together to create this rock formation known today as Uluru. In creation, material, and size make it one of the most monumental sites for geologists. So if you guys like this video, make sure to check out part 3, where we'll finish off all of the Earth's chakras. And make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you guys in the next one. We are your meta PsycKicks. Hi, I'm Ann.
And I'm Liv, and we're your meta PsycKicks. Today we're talking about part 3 of the Earth's chakras. Every time I think about this, I think about the boulder. I don't know why, but I do. So if you guys were here for part 1 and part 2, we've covered all of the Earth's chakras up to the heart chakra, or the Anahata chakra. I feel like that's the only way that you should say it, is like a Japanese Rambo. Yeah.
I think that's lamp in Japanese.
It's really funny because Dustin's living with us now, my husband's little brother, and every time they're going up and down the stairs and they bump into each other, or like Fennel, my dog, goes into Dustin's room, you hear Dani, like literally just in the house randomly between both of them, and I'm like, okay.